We'll have a look at accessing student reports in this video. So when you log on, you'll come to this home page or parent center here. And if you want to get access to some really detailed information about your kids' progress, we move over here to the student center and you can click on this view profile button for any of your kids. Now this gives you access to a whole host of information. It opens initially to this detailed report tab here, and you can actually get a PDF copy of this report. You can choose whether you want that emailed to you or whether you download it directly from the site. Now this breaks up your kids' work lesson by lesson, so you can really see clearly how they're progressing. Now just to show you some of the information we can get, this first column of results here, that shows the mark they got on their first attempt at a set of questions. The next column here shows the highest mark they got, how many attempts they had at a set of questions, and how many attempts it took them to pass. Now Jess's pass mark is 80% in this case. Now over on the left here you'll see we've got this first color-coded column. That's called the efficiency rating. And to show you how that one works, we might have a look at this particular set of results here, where Jess has got an efficiency rating of 80%. So let's see her results in the question. First attempt she got 60%. Now it took her 2 attempts to get to a pass mark, so remember that's 80%. But she kept on persevering. She had one more go, giving her 3 attempts in total until she got this perfect score here of 100%. Now all credit to Jess for this, and I'd really recommend that you encourage your kids to do that. Try to keep working until they can get 100% or close to it for every set of questions. Now to see how we calculated this 80% efficiency rating here, well effectively we've taken the average mark of her 3 attempts at the questions. We've just given a slightly higher weighting though to that first attempt there of 60, just to give you a clearer picture as to how your kids were going after their first viewing of the lesson. Now on this report here, we've also got results for any diagnostic tests that your kids have undertaken. And if we have a look just down here, a really useful feature, if we look at this result here, efficiency rating of 40%. Now that's quite a deal lower than any of Jess's other results, and that's going to affect her overall grade. Now if we move back up to the top, you'll see we've got this edit mode here, and at the moment that's switched to off. We'll turn that on. Now we'll move back down to that lesson. And if we click on this red box here, and you'll see that lesson's been deleted. So those results are gone now. They no longer affect Jess's grade, and she can go back in, have another go at that set of questions, hopefully do a lot better, and that'll improve her overall grade. Now we'll go back up here, and before we move on, make sure we click that edit mode back to off. Now we'll have a look at the summary report next. Now this report's great at giving you an idea as to how your kids are going at finishing off topics or units of work. So we can see here the first unit completely finished. Next ones, there's a couple of lessons to go there, and then this one here is also completely finished. Now we've got the average mark for all of the questions down in this middle column, and over on the right here we can see the results for any diagnostic tests. Now if we want to get a clearer picture as to how your kids are going with these, move to the top and we click on this tab here. So we can see here Jess has finished 3 diagnostic tests. We've got her results in the middle in this topic mastery column. Now as always, color-coded to make things easier for you. But if we move over here and click on any one of these tests, now this gives us access to a fantastic report here. We can see here this is broken up the topic lesson by lesson, and then we've got the results here in this middle column. Once again, they're color-coded to make life as easy as possible. Now Jess did this particular diagnostic right at the start of a unit of work. So we're able to look at this and really work out where her areas of weakness are, so what she needs to focus on. So we can see these ones here color-coded red and orange. We can map them back to the individual lessons, and when Jess is going through the topic, she needs to make sure that she takes extra care watching those videos really slowly and working her way through the questions very carefully. Now we'll click on the Tasks tab next. Now there's a separate video which will show you how you can go about setting these tasks. But this report gives you a good idea at how your kids are going working their way through them. So just to have a quick look, we can see here Jess has finished all her tasks, 10 out of 10 done, which is great. Now 8 of them were finished on time. We can see here 2 are finished, but we're a little bit late, and she hasn't got any outstanding tasks. Now if we move down here, this is all color-coded. These light grey bars here, well there were the 2 tasks that were finished, but just finished a little bit late. And these dark grey or black ones here, they're all completed on time. Now on the right here, we've got the individual results for each task. Once again, colour-coded to make life easy. Now if we move to the top left here and we check this box, Display Lesson Results, we can see that this gives you a more detailed set of information. It breaks each task up one task at a time, so we can see exactly how they've gone lesson by lesson. Now we'll move back to the top, and this time we'll have a look at any awards that our kids have got. We can see here that Jess has received a gold and a couple of silver awards. You can print them off if you want to. We can have a look at how they've gone with any speed skills activities. Now these are a really fun way of sharpening up your kids' basic math skills. I've seen a lot of parents who like to try these ones out themselves. These results down the side here, they show the top score that's been achieved for each of these different levels. Now we can also access our kids' user history. Now this gives you access to 2 bits of information. On this quick finish tab here, this one's really handy. Just shows you if there's any lessons where your kids have started working through questions but then haven't finished them. Now when they log back in and go to those lessons, the questions they've already answered have been saved, so they just kick off from where they left off and get those questions finished. Now we can also view their timeline here, and this shows us their most recent logins, lessons they've viewed, results and so on. Now the last thing we'll have a look at up here is the weekly revision tab. Now once again there's another video showing these weekly revision tasks in more detail, but just going through these quickly for you. Down the right here we can see the marks that Jess has got for each of the 5 tasks she's finished. Once again really simply colour coded for you. Blue means they got a question right, red means they got a question wrong. And if we move the cursor over and hold it over any individual question here, this gives us a quick view of the question, which is fantastic if you want to try to work out if there's any particular topics or types of questions that your kids are having trouble with. Well, hopefully that all makes sense to you there. I'm sure you'll agree there's a lot of really useful information there to really help you track your students' progress and help them with their growth in mathematics. And in this day and age, with more and more emphasis being placed on data and analysing student results, I'm sure you'll find it makes life a lot easier for you.